Here's the difference between you and me. When you, a normal person, presses Command S on a Mac or Control S on Windows, you see this Save Web Page feature that no one ever uses. But when I press Command S in my Google Chrome browser, I bring up the Google Translate extension that I use all the time. Google Chrome productivity tip number 1 is to input this command right here, I'll link it down below, into the address bar, press enter, and now you're able to set up keyboard shortcuts for all of your Google Chrome extensions. Just make sure not to overwrite some of the existing popular Chrome shortcuts like Command T to open up a new tab or Command W to close a tab. And that is the first step to becoming more like me. Next, we're gonna go over how to gel your hair at a perfect 45-degree angle every time. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff, and in this video, we're gonna go over 8 Google Chrome tips and workflows designed to permanently increase your efficiency with this browser. Jumping right into tip number 2, bookmark all related tabs into a single folder for easy access. So whether you're at work or at school, you might have multiple websites or online documents for a singular project. In this case, we have a Google spreadsheet, briefing slides, and meeting notes for this one event we're planning to have. What I usually do is right-click on the window, bookmark all tabs, and house it in a single folder, Fall Event, Save. So now I can refer to any of the links as a project continues. Similarly, if I close the window for whatever reason, Command W, Command W, Command W, I can easily right-click on the tab folder and open all in new window. And when the campaign is done, I simply move the entire folder into this archive folder that I have, or just delete it if it was a campaign that went badly and I never want to think about it again, which obviously has never happened to me. Productivity tip number 3, create multiple Chrome user profiles. So hands up if you use Chrome as your primary driver on your work laptop and Firefox, Edge, or Safari as your personal browser. If you didn't raise your hand, we can't really be friends because you're clearly lying. All jokes aside, I used to do the same thing until I realized Chrome user profiles separated all your browser details into distinct units. Each profile includes its own settings, its own extensions, browsing history, bookmarks, and all that fun stuff. So let's say I'm on my work profile right now with my work email domain. I can click on my headshot in the top right corner here and select the personal Chrome user profile I've already created. This opens it up in a new window, and you can see this as a completely new browser because it has absolutely no relationship with your work profile, since even the settings are completely different. This is particularly useful if you use some Chrome extensions specifically for work. For example, a mail merge extension. And since browsing histories and cookies are separated as well, you can actually get rid of distracting content in your work profile by purposefully not signing into your social media accounts and Reddit. Last pro tip here is at work or for school. You want to use the guest profile here when you're presenting to a client or to a class. This way you make sure there is absolutely nothing embarrassing or confidential that will show up by mistake. Again, something that has never happened to me.
Never happened to me.
At this point, I'm genuinely curious. Before watching this video, did you use 2 separate browsers or not? If yes, which one? Because I recently started to use Microsoft Edge, and it seems to have quite a few features that Chrome doesn't have. So I might do a video on that as well. Let me know. Google Chrome efficiency tip number 4, create as many custom search engines as you want. Do me a favor, on your Chrome browser, open up a new tab and type in Wikipedia and press tab. Nothing happens, right? But wouldn't it be cool if you could search Wikipedia directly from this Google Chrome Omnibox? What you want to do is to first go to wikipedia.org and in the search box, make a typo on purpose. For example, I'll type test with an extra T and press enter. And then what this will do is bring up a search string up top in the address bar here and press Command C to copy this. Then you want to go to 3 dots, settings, and on the left-hand side, click search engine, manage search engines, and in other search engines, click add. The search engine we're adding is Wikipedia. The keyword, I'm just gonna put wiki because it's nice and short. And the URL, press Command V to paste the search string and replace the typo word with the %S sign as instructed here and press add. Now, when you open up a new tab, you start typing wiki tab, you can start searching Wikipedia directly. Nikola Tesla. Pretty cool, right? And this works for almost any website with a search function. For example, I have the keyword Android set up to search Android police directly. So Android 12, boom, it made the search. I also have Google Keep set up, Google Drive set up, YouTube comes by default, and of course, reddit.com. Tip number 5 is a very minor, but in my opinion, very meaningful action to take if you're trying to focus. And that is to select multiple tabs you're actively working on by pressing down the command key and pulling them out into a separate window. This way, I'm not distracted by my email, my calendar, or even YouTube music playing in the background, since I can control the playback of any Chrome audio within whatever window that I'm on, like so. And this stops me from being tempted to watch other YouTube videos when I toggle back and forth. Google Chrome productivity tip number 6 is to search for specific tabs extremely quickly. So let's say I'm currently on my focus work window and I need to refer to a tab I know I've opened somewhere. Instead of having to manually search for it and risk losing my train of thought, I can open up a new tab, start typing in the name of that tab, top secret, and if I see it, I press the tab button until I highlight the switch to this tab option and press enter, jumping to that tab immediately. Alternatively, I can also use the downward arrow here to search in this search tab box or select the tab from there. But I like the first option because it makes me feel cool, or as I like to think about it, even cooler than usual. But you do you. Google Chrome tab management tip number 7 is to quickly group and close useless tabs. So I hope I'm not the only person who does this, but as I go throughout my day, I would actually move the less important tabs or the tabs that I've already used over to the right. And since I hate having too many tabs open at once, I'm not a tab person, as you can probably tell from my other videos, I would regularly throughout the day right-click on the rightmost pinned tab and select close tabs to the right. And this gives me a fresh start without me having to press Command W a bunch of times and accidentally closing a pinned tab. And you already know I have something special to say for Google Chrome productivity tip number 8, and it's all about my favorite Chrome keyboard shortcuts. You ready? Command T to open a new tab, Command W to close that tab, Command Shift T to open up the last closed tab, Command plus to zoom in, Command minus to zoom out, Command L to highlight the address bar text, Command click to open up a bunch of new links in new tabs, very useful if you're doing research, and Command Shift B to close your bookmarks bar when you're sharing your screen. Woo! Hope you had as much fun following along this video as I did making it. Click here for more productivity tips. See you on the next video, and in the meantime, have a great one.